Yo, welcome back to Autoways Garage. It's been a while since I worked on the engine, and the last video I put up, I want to thank Eastside313 for pointing out some issues I had. I went back and fixed it. I didn't record it, but I did go back and fix it. Basically, I oil pickup tube. It was real late when I was working on this, but I pulled the oil pump back off, turned the pickup tube, make it a little bit tighter, gave it another rotation, and properly set the height and the depth from it. That was an issue he pointed out. Timing chain, I didn't have the timing correct, so I took this back off, took the chain off, and set it. Once again, I didn't record it because I was just more focused on making sure I did it right, and hopefully that's right. If it's not, at least I know for sure. If I go to start it and I have some oil starvations or something, I know what to adjust and what to look for. Same with if the timing's off, I know what to look for, but I'm pretty sure it's on there right. Also, this is not on here all the way. I have to get the tool to suck it back in, but the seal, it was still, like he said, it was still out more. It wasn't flushed all the way in there, which it is a lot better now. And I'm sure once I get the tool to push this further, that will help. But I appreciate that dude for pointing that out. That means a lot. You know, that's why I'm trying to do these videos, not like as a how-to, but just so I can go back and look and for points and tips, because this is my first engine rebuild. So I really appreciate that. For today's video, I am going to work on the intake manifold. Obviously with the Dodge, the manifold's aluminum, and they say this plate here is a steel or metal, whatever. So they always leak and everything. So what I did is went on eBay and bought this aluminum plate one, and we're gonna swap that out for this aluminum one. I think this was 50 bucks. I can't remember, but I will get the link if he still has more for sale. So I'm gonna go this route. We'll swap that out. I got a new gasket too that came with the engine gasket kit I purchased, and it came with new bolts. I'm gonna put Loctite on these, and yeah, so let's get that. Let's get this old one off first. Alright, we'll pop this off. Yeah, this steel plate here. Oh yeah. Shoot, there really ain't much of the gasket left. It's all brittle. Yeah, it's all broke. I didn't even. That's it still on here. Yeah, so this had a bad oil leak, as you can see, but it's alright. So we're replacing it. I already knew. I just ordered one before I even bothered taking the chance to even look at it for real. But okay. So we'll clean this all up and clean the intake, clean all this all up, get it all ready for the new gasket and everything. I'm gonna show. Look at the difference in size and thickness. See, this is just a simple steel thin plate, and they say since the intake is aluminum, this is a steel plate, and they heat when it gets hot, it heats up and expands, and that's why the gasket always blows out. This is aluminum. It's a little bit thicker too, so shouldn't have any issues. This is some plastic shit I gotta take off, but let's clean up this first. Okay. Get some degreaser. We'll scrape off the rest of the gasket. So I got it cleaned up pretty much. This came with some plastic on it, so I'm gonna just try to peel this off here. Alright, here we are. So, we grab the bolts. Like I said, it came with new bolts. The guy that sold them recommended Loctite and to torque them down to 15 inch-pounds. Now, I don't know the specs for the original because I knew I wasn't going to use it. So if you're planning on reusing your original steel plated one, look up the torque specs for that. But for this aluminum one that I bought from this guy, he said 15 inch-pounds and Loctite. So let's get our gasket here. Lined up pretty good. Get our plate here. Take my gloves off, I can't. I hope I have enough. Alright, we'll be back once I get all these hand tightened. Okay, so I got it all hand tightened, Loctite on all the bolts. Now there is a torque sequence to tighten these, and I got it here. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to show you on the phone. Man, I hope you guys can see that. Ah, oh, fuck, it's too blurry. Okay, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see that. But there's a torque sequence, so I'm gonna follow that. And let me see. Alright, let me turn this around so I do it in the correct order. Here we are. Okay. So I'm going to torque this down to 15 foot-pounds. And let's start. Alright, so 15-inch pound just doesn't seem tight enough. Seems a little loose. I know the plate's aluminum, the intake's aluminum, so I'm not gonna go crazy tight, but I think I'm just gonna do it a nice hand tight, because a 15-inch pound just doesn't seem that tight. But I'm still gonna use the same torque spec, so torque sequence, I mean. So yeah, we'll go through that. Alright, new plate is on there. I don't know if I'm gonna put this on the block when I go to install it, because I had the intake still on the engine when I took it out, because one of the bolts stripped, so I couldn't get it off either. It was in the engine, or I was still in the car, in the truck. And I don't know. Shoot, what else do I gotta do? I forgot. Let me go see. Okay, so I bought these parts like a month ago. I think this is head bolts, new cylinder head bolts. This is my water pump. What's that? Oh, this is the because I'm not running AC, so this is the bracket for the AC, the lead bracket. Spark plugs. I think intake manifold bolts there. Yeah. Okay. Step outside here. So, I almost have everything I need to finally finish this swap. I believe I got everything I need to put the engine completely back together. I have all the parts I need. As far as the truck still got the V6 in there, runs perfectly fine, nothing wrong with it. When I pull that out, since it's already, once I pull it out the truck, I want to just go ahead and replace all the front suspension parts, before I even put that V8 in there. So, and I have none of those, so I gotta get control arms, the idler arms, you know, all that stuff before I even put the other one engine in there. I also need to get a new radiator. I need a new radiator. I'm going electric fan too, so I need to get an electric fan and some a control switch for that. I'm also going aftermarket coolant gauge and oil pressure gauge, so I need to get those gauges and also do a little modification on that engine. I found some great help that people did, some forum that people did to hook that up, so I gotta get those parts there for that. Now this is the fuel tank out of the 98 Durango. It will bolt up perfectly fine. I'm debating, I don't know if I want to change out the fuel pump since it's already off the car. It works, but I still don't know if I want to change that out or not. This is a transmission out of a 98 Dodge Dakota, 2-wheel drive, because the Durango I bought was a 4-wheel drive. So I sold that transmission and I bought this one here. When I sold the transmission for the 4-wheel drive, I didn't even think about taking the converter. I'm drawing a blank. But I didn't think about taking the thing out, so I need to go get another one of those. This transmission, the guy said ran perfectly fine. He didn't need the transmission, just needed the 318 out of it. So I'm not gonna do anything with this. That's the drive shaft out of the 98 Durango. So I think it should work fine with that. If not, I just grabbed it before I junked the car just in case. But I think that one will be fine. That's in the truck now. I don't know. So that's pretty much where we're at. Trying to think. I think that's everything. I still don't have a timeline. I'm hoping October-ish. Because I don't want to pull that truck in and pull that engine out till I have completely everything. Because if it's a truck. I don't drive it every day, but it's my only truck. So if I ever need to haul something, I want to make sure I have it still running and driving instead of sitting here and me with a non-working truck because I'm still waiting on parts. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the next video. We'll probably get that harmonic balancer set all the way on, put the heads on, put all the front accessories. I still need belts, forgot about that. Oh, and I still need an exhaust. I'm probably going aftermarket exhaust, probably some eBay stuff, nothing too expensive, crazy or anything like that for the headers. And then there's some shops by my house, do a custom exhaust on everything, so I can have the O2 sensors, because as you know, this is still going fuel injected. So I got the box of the entire harness and all the computers, even from the dash. I don't know if I'm going to need it all, but I grabbed it all. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to wire that up. But yeah, if you guys, any questions, comments, down below, like it, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos. Once this truck done, I'll be looking for another project. I kind of want like a Dodge Dart or a Plymouth Duster, like 70s. So looking for that. I'm on the hunt for that. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. That's autorays_YT. And I'll catch you guys next time.